Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio, where we're here to nourish our souls. I'm Norah, the host of this program, Thoughts by Joanna de Angelis and Divaldo Franco. This is the book. Amazing, wonderful, beautiful, transformational. Every message is an activity for us, right? In action. May not be easy, but if we are persistent, faithful, and show grace towards ourselves, keep doing the work, the results will be absolutely amazing. I keep saying this, friends, because it's very powerful. And today is Monday night, so we have moved the program to Monday. So it's great because these messages can really empower us to begin every week with something to work on and just make the week fantastic, dear friends. So today, let us think about this because sometimes, we put so much effort. We're working so hard, right? We just feel like nobody acknowledges us, nobody notices us, nobody does anything. But Joanna and Divaldo today in their message remind us that there are eyes that we may not see, or hearts that we may not hear, but they're watching over us with love. And how? We'll see. So what's the message? The text reads, whether near to or far from your heart, there are witnesses following you, keeping watch over you, and loving you, thanking God for your valorous existence. That is so beautiful. Isn't it beautiful to know that? Especially when we're feeling alone, right? Because sometimes we measure our worth by recognition, by who texts back, who applauds, or who says thank you. But in the silence, there is a presence too, right? There's something powerful in that. First, our spiritual companions, right, walk with us. Then we have those friendships, those relationships too, that are here to encourage us. And right? And finally, God, who notices us, right? Our existence, whether flawed, brave, and growing, God values beyond measure. So let us start first with guardian angels, friends. It's very deeply comforting, right, to know that each of us has a guardian angel. So let me go to my notes here. In the Spirit's book, questions 489 to about question, which we're not going to read, 5. Okay, you see why we can't read all that, dear friends? But so all the way to question 521. In this section, it all talks about guardian angels and those spirits that are around us. So the first question is 489. Are there spirits who attach themselves specifically to protect, right? And the answer is yes, right? We call them protective spirits or good spirits. We're paraphrasing. And should we understand by the expression guardian angel, right? We can know them as guardian angels. It's a higher order protective spirit. What is the mission of this protective spirit or guardian angel? And it's, as the spirits say, they're like parents to guide us like children. Friends, OMG, right? Literally, because this really opens up our eyes. When we're feeling lonely, the first person, the first cheerleader there that we cannot feel, but is there, is actually our guardian angel. The beautiful thing is that their desire is nothing more than our growth, right? They don't force us or control our choices because we all will have our free will, but they will gently guide us, whispering to our conscience, encouraging us toward the good and supporting us when we fall. So even if we feel forgotten, when the silence in our life feels heavy, we are not abandoned. Our guardian spirit is closest to us in moments of suffering, in moments of doubt, offering invisible strength and clarity. So that's the first thing for us to remember by today's message. In the first part of our who's there for us when we feel we have no recognition, actually our guardian angels are there. The second point here that Divaldo and Joanna are reminding us is those human relationships, right? We're never alone. So in the book Living Spring, okay, the section 154 entitled No One Lives Solely for Himself. It is super powerful. It starts off with a verse from the Bible by Paul, Romans 14:7, which says, "For none of us lives solely for himself." Now, this is beautiful because sometimes we think we feel alone, that nobody's watching us, that there's no purpose for us, that no matter what we do, right? It's like, yeah, but as a matter of fact, it's impossible, right? If we read this, it says here, "The torch your light will illuminate not only the pathway at your own feet, but also the path of those with you. Just like the small stream of water influences the soil over which it passes, your decisions inspire other people's decisions. Thousands of eyes watch your footsteps, right? Thousands listen to your voice, and thousands of hearts receive your encouragement to do good or evil." This is super powerful, dear friends, because we start to see that no one lives for themselves. So even when we feel alone or disconnected, our lives are actually deeply connected to others. We see here even the metaphors that, Emmanuel in this book gives to us, like the rivers and the soil. Every action that we take, every kind word, every small effort reaches to others. Okay? Now, this reminds us, the goodness we bring into this world should, right, help others walk their journey too. We are companions in life, not isolated islands. So, and I know today, friends, it's really hard to trust people. I mean, I myself included there, right? We've all been hurt, disappointed, we've been let down by those that we hoped that would care. But still, something beautiful remains, right? The fact that love can come from unexpected places. A kind teacher, a neighbor, a stranger, a friend we haven't even met yet that is already thanking for us. Not every human relationship is going to be perfect, but some are exactly the way they need to be, right? And just as we help others through our light, there are people, as Joanna said, whether near or far, who are holding us in thoughts, prayers, and hearts. So no, friends, we're not alone, not in the struggles and not in the triumphs. Someone, somewhere, right, is grateful for our existence, even if they haven't said it out loud. That's so beautiful, right, friends? So beautiful. The third point for us to make today, as we're finalizing this, so we have guardian angels. We have beautiful friendships, even if we don't know about them. We know that there are beautiful souls around us, praying for us. We don't need to see it, we don't need to know. And the third one, friends, if anything, God. God. Look, friends, there's a beautiful verse in the Bible, Psalms 139 by David. Oh my gosh, beautiful song. And this is all about God. So let us quickly just focus on these beautiful words. Okay, my hair, dear friends, here we go. You, right, God, have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence, right? If I go up to the heavens, you, God, are there. If I make my bed in the depths, right, in our dreams, in our sleep, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light becoming night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, The darkness is as light to you, for you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well, right? Wow. How much more do we need? We see God's understanding of us is eternal. It's not based on appearances. It's not based on anything. It's what others can see where God comes in, right? We also know that God is not absent anywhere. He is everywhere. He, she, it, right? Even in emotional or spiritual darkness, we are held. And even in our mother's womb, our existence is intentional. We're crafted with love and purpose. We are not an accident and we are not forgotten. So friends, today's message isn't just about the people around us. It's about the collective. It's a team behind us. We have our guardian spirit angels, right? Our guardian angels, higher spirits. We have beautiful relationships by God's love around us. And above all, we have God, whose divine gaze never turns away. That eternal presence that walks with us from the moment we are born, through every joy, every mistake, and every prayer and sign. And so when it feels like no one sees us, just remember God does. So friends, today we realize we have to trust in this. The times are so difficult. We turn on social media, we turn on TVs, right? Our phones, sometimes even our conversations. We sometimes carry the world on our shoulders and we don't have sometimes rest to, or we don't feel secure enough, or we are just like in a daze. There's a cloud that hangs over us, feeling like we're not worthy, but we are. And sometimes the people that we least expect are actually cheering us on, sending prayers, friends. We also have our guardian angels and most definitely God. So in moments of hardships and challenges, let us not give up. So let us do a closing thought / visualization for us tonight. So let's picture a small light just above our shoulders right here. That right there is to remind us our guardian spirit is there. Now let us think of one person who's poured loved, right? That we've prayed together, someone who's even smiled at us. That's for us to remember that human connection that is there for us. And finally, let us feel the space around us, right? It's not empty, but filled with a quiet presence of God. Even when alone, we are surrounded by God. And we remember that. A light, a friend, and God. What else do we need, friends? That is today's message. Super powerful. And thank you so much, friends, for continuing to watch us here at Kardec Radio. Now we have homework for the week, literally, because it is Monday night. So we have all week to work on this. And you know what? We too can pray for others. And without even knowing that, maybe somebody right now is feeling lonely. Let us be that light for someone. We don't need to say, we don't need to tell, but we can pray for others as well. Because just as if it's nice to know that someone's loving us and praying for us and wishing us well, the homework too is for us to do that so that we can help each other as a collective and bring in more and more light. That is the message. And let's visualize. Visualize the lights, visualize hearts, or anything that symbolizes love. And just us, that creation of God in us. Friends, until next week, same place, same time, let us remember that we are loved. Bye, friends.